WTVA's meteorologist John Dolusic is back to join us for a brand new segment called Ask John. You see, every Friday, John will be answering your question about everything under the sun, literally from rainbows to tornadoes. John has the answers. So we'll start with our very first question from Jamie Rushing in Sulligent, Alabama. Jamie asks, what part of a hurricane or tropical storm has the greatest amount of tornadoes?
Good question. And why does that happen? Well, here we go. Here's a look at your typical tropical storm or hurricane, and notice the circulation counterclockwise. When you're thinking about storms also, the circulation kind of gets enhanced in that northeastern quadrant of the storm. When you have a thunderstorm moving in that same fashion, that helps those storms circulate, and hence that's why you get the most of your tornadoes in the northeast quadrant. Whenever the storm is headed your way, let's say it's going to be heading up toward the coastal sections, let's say, something like that. That northeast quadrant gets most of the storms, while the southeast quadrant and the northwest quadrant lesser, and then as you work your way into the southwest quadrant right there, that's the least of tornadic activity. But notice also, not only do you get tornadoes, you get high winds, flooding, and a storm surge in that northeast quadrant. Just think about all that moisture just pushing its way onshore if it does reach onshore. And then the least of more or less surge or anything like bad stuff is on that southwest quadrant. So Tanya, the best place to be during a hurricane is on that west side. Even then, you still got some severe weather that happens. But again, the northeast quadrant, the greatest amount of storms. And let me just tell you, Ivan, back in 2004, produced 120 tornadoes. That's on top of the wind of the hurricane itself. Ivan produced 120 tornadoes, and a lot of them did happen in that northeast quadrant.
All right, John, thanks for answering that question. And if you have any questions you want John to answer, feel free to email us at studio9@wtva.com, and you could have the chance to have your question answered live.